Hey, folks. Welcome to Spooky Appalachia. I'm your host, Jimmy.
And I'm your co-host, Jared, from Jerry King TV.
Well, hello there, Jared. Long time no
I do.
talk.
Yeah.
Been a good 10 minutes.
Yeah, about that. Yeah. Been a long time.
Well,
How you been
I
since
hope.
then?
Yeah. Well, we've got an awesome story. I think it's a pretty rare story, too.
Yeah, we got a lot of these.
Yeah, we got a sighting story from a fan of both our channels who claims to have seen the Grafton Monster.
Yes, and man, that is definitely one that you don't get to hear a lot about. I mean,
Yeah.
Bigfoot stories are everywhere. Bigfoot, Mothman. But you don't hear a lot about the Grafton Monster.
And I know our friends in Grafton are definitely looking for some more stories. They're building a Grafton Monster Museum up in Grafton. And as y'all recall, I did a video of the Grafton Monster Festival a couple months back.
Yep.
But if you're not familiar with the Grafton Monster, on June 16th, 1964, a young reporter named Robert was driving home from work around 11 p.m. one night. He was the only one in the car on the road of Riverside Drive, since most of the folks in the town were in bed at this hour. As he was driving through a curve, he noticed something extremely odd and out of place. It was a huge white mass standing between the road and the riverbank. While he drove past it, the thing never moved, but Robert could tell that it was alive. He described it as being 9 feet tall and 4 feet wide, with either white or gray color skin that was like a seal's skin, basically. And the oddest thing was it had no head. Now, Robert was startled by this, and he floored it home. And after calming down, he returned with 2 of his buddies to investigate about an hour later. When they got there, the creature was gone without a trace, other than a giant impression that was left in the grass where it was standing. It was like the creature was lifted out of the spot where it stood. The 3 also noticed an odd, low whistling sound coming from the river, but they could not find out where exactly it was coming from. That's kind of that's the first sighting. It said that there were about 20 people who saw it. Not a lot of the sightings came out or were documented, as far as me and the lady that runs the museum could find. I think she found one other where a hunter kept seeing it somewhere around the same time.
Right.
And I don't remember the details of this story. She was telling it to me when I was up there, but that's the only other one we found.
Right.
And now we got this one that you're going to share, Jared.
Absolutely. And before I get into this, folks, we definitely want to say, if you have any experiences or if you know of any stories of, the Grafton Monster or anything, be sure and send them in to spookyappalachia@gmail.com.
Yeah, definitely. We're definitely looking for more of these. They're looking for them for the museum, too. Be a big help with their museum they're trying to start up there in Grafton.
Yep. But now this story is kind of good, too.
Oh, yeah.
Jared and Spooky says, "My name is Thomas, and I love the shows. I wanted to submit this story in hopes that it's good enough for you guys to use. It goes back to 1977, back when I was in high school in Taylor County, where I grew up in West Virginia. Some friends and I was out, doing the usual teenager stuff, trying to impress the girls. Now, there was an old legend about a witch that lived back up in the woods not far from where we were. Now, mind you, I never put too much stock into anything like that or the paranormal. The girl I liked, her name was Missy, and somebody brought up the witch's house weren't that far away. Well, we joked around a little bit about it, and then joked around about who was brave enough to go up there. Well, after some more jokes, Missy's friend Mandy suggested that we all take a stroll up there. Well, we take off. By the time we arrive, it's around 11 p.m. at night. We get up there, and it's just an old house. Nothing scary or anything. It was a bright moonlit night, so we could see pretty clearly. We're joking around when we hear this sound that is so loud it hurts all of our ears. We grab our ears and look in the direction that it's coming from, but saw nothing. Scared, we jump and run back to the car. Jump in and sped away. Now, as we're turning around, the headlights fixes upon a creature. I'm guessing this thing to be 7 to 8 foot tall. Grayish colored skin, extremely wide, and no head. My buddy Gerald, whom was driving, screams, "The Grafton Monster." I literally couldn't believe what I was seeing. We sped off, and then we agreed not to tell anybody, because technically we were trespassing up there. But neither of us ever forgot that night. I'm betting neither of us ever will. Sorry this isn't very long, but I hope you and Jared enjoy it. Thanks for everything, guys. Thomas. Man, oh man, what a story.
Yeah.
I mean,
And it's the same area. It's in Grafton. Taylor County is actually Grafton, West
Right.
Virginia. So same area.
yeah, so I mean, golly, same area from the original sighting. So I mean, man,
And I guess this is an undocumented sighting, which is going to be part of their history.
yeah, definitely. So I mean, thanks so much, Tom, for sending that in. I mean, that's
Oh, gosh.
amazing.
Yes. I think that the town and the museum and a lot of our fans are going to really enjoy this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I know I did.
It's not every day you get sent a Grafton Monster
Right.
sighting. Like,
Right, yeah.
I think I told you I was out on kayak fishing on the New River,
Yeah,
and I get an email that said my Grafton Monster sighting. I about flipped out of the dang kayak.
yeah.
I
know
yelled
you
at
texted me
Donald.
that, we got a Grafton Monster story. I'm
Yeah.
like, no way.
Yeah, that was what you said. I remember.
Yeah, because I mean, they're just so rare to get. Man.
Yeah.
And what makes this story so interesting too and amazing is, like I said, here it is. They're young teenagers, and they're not even looking for anything like that.
No, they went up there
Yeah.
looking for a old witch cabin, I think it was.
Yeah. Go look for an old witch's
Like
house,
on a dare, basically, and then
Yeah.
they ran into that. I guess
And-
they were familiar with what it was because it was a big
Right.
talk of the town 10 or 11 years prior.
Yes, it wouldn't have
everybody's
been that
heard
long
about it.
ago. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing, yeah. Man.
Dang, I'm so excited to have this story.
Oh yeah, man. Me too, man. So awesome.
I hope y'all enjoy it and appreciate it as much as we did. And you enjoyed the little backstory if you didn't know about the Grafton Monster.
Definitely.
And the thought of me falling out of the kayak when I got it.
Yeah. I bet he about jumped out and ran across the water to get out to the boat, ready to get back.
Yeah, ready to record this. And here we are. We're recording this one right away.
Yep.
just to show how
Absolutely.
excited we are.
Yes, definitely. And folks, if you have any Grafton Monster experiences, stories, or ones you've heard, be sure to send them in.
Yeah, we'll feature them on here. We'll send them on to the museum. Make sure
Absolutely.
the people in Grafton hear this story.
Yep.
It's
Absolutely.
you just email spookyappalachia@gmail.com. Or if you want to write me a letter and tell me about the encounter on paper, just mail Spooky Appalachia, P.O. Box 569, Radford, Virginia 24143.
Absolutely. And be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. It's absolutely free to subscribe, as well as to, share out. Tell your
Tell
friends,
everybody.
family. Yeah, everybody. Word of
And
mouth
the
goes a
more we
long
get
way.
them numbers up, like the subscribers and the view numbers, the more stories like this that are going to come our way. More places are going to invite us and welcome us in to film their locations
Absolutely.
and talk about them. So the more we get, the more you get, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely, 100%.
Well, this was definitely an amazing story. Thank you
Definitely.
again. And don't forget, everybody, stay
Stay spooky.
spooky.